Hey there, how's it going, everyone? It is NHL Algorithm update time. Today is April 19th, 2021. I've got a ton of things on my plate right now, and all the people who subscribe to the NHL Algorithm and enjoy reviewing the NHL Algorithm. I'm a hockey player, I'm like one of you. I like doing it sometimes as well, but it's just I have a million things going on. So I was thinking, well, how do I handle dealing with all these NHL games? Like, we're going to talk about the games on Sunday here in a second, but how do I deal with this every day? I send it out every day in an email with the picks. I give you a snapshot of the picks and the projections. I'm going to continue to do that the rest of the season. You can go and subscribe and get this every day and join the list, but I'm not going to really be doing videos every day because I have a lot of things on the plate right now, and as much as I enjoy hockey, it's just not number one on the list. So this video is going to serve as guidance for the rest of the season. If you want to subscribe, this is the kind of thing you're going to get and the kind of actionable intelligence you can have. Even though, let me give full faith and disclosure here, this will not win consistently throughout the year. Hockey is a game of, as a hockey player, I can tell you hockey is a game of, oh man, that just went off the post and almost went in. and when that happens and you don't know whether or not goals are actually going to happen, one goal games happen a lot, even though today there's only one goal or two one goal games. When a win or loss depends on a bounce, just it makes betting on a game tough. And a game like this, it's not like baseball or basketball where there's more points or more runs or untimed games. There's so many things about hockey that make it difficult to bet, and we can only use this as a guide and enjoy it for the information that it gives, but I just cannot promise you, like in other sports, that it's going to be a winning algorithm because I just haven't been able to solve that Rubik's Cube yet. Now, we shall see in the future, and we're going to continue doing it every day. So let's talk about, for example, Sunday, the 18th. We went 3-3. That's what the algorithm says. That's a 500 day. Well, is there anything we can learn from the day? The answer is, well, Katrina, who's here right now, actually. Katrina was like, hey, before you do your hockey video today, what did you say? What did you ask me to do?
To update the what we talked about in the last video, which was the
do what I said I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Be a man of my word. The answer is I did. I actually went up into this formula and I told her, like, you know what, it's done, Katrina. This thing was right all along. Like, I was actually adding the denominators correctly, and the wins. This is the win percentage for the last number of days that you see here. So a certain team has won so many percentage of their games. Like Washington has won 57% of their games in the last 15 days. And they've actually, like, there's a color thing going on here. And what this is really supposed to show is kind of what the trend is of the team. And if the formula isn't right, it's distorting the trend. And I actually did realize I was missing a -1, and now I think I'm doing the right thing. So the colors look a little more just obvious now. And this was the best determinant of the outcomes of the games on Sunday. You can see that Washington, for example, let's hide the goalies for a second. So Washington, for example, has been getting, I mean, let's go, green is good and red is bad. This is good, okay, getting mediocre. That's what Washington's been doing. And Boston's been doing okay, better. Apparently, I've been talking trash about Boston because, I've been there. But Boston's apparently been doing better, and look what happened. Boston won today. So this was more consistent. How about Rangers in New Jersey? Rangers, good, okay, good, better, versus bleh, exactly the way the air smells in New Jersey if you've ever driven through there on I-95. That's how bad the Devils are right now. So the Rangers crushed them 5-3. How about Pittsburgh and Buffalo? Pittsburgh, really good, pretty good. And then Buffalo, bad, okay, yeah, wow, above 500. Look at this. Buffalo pulls off a win with, I hit his name, but there was a brand new goalie. He was like I actually put in fake stats for him because I didn't know what to do with this guy, Hauser. I guess he put up a win. I didn't check the box score to make sure he played, but I think he did. So, anyway, you can see this, these were really determinative. Like good team in Vegas Golden Knights. They have no problem with Anaheim, a bad 500 team apparently in the last 15 days. Good New York Islanders barely squeak one out against a mediocre team in Philadelphia. And Vancouver, who hasn't played a game in 15 days, ends up winning a game. We didn't even have any stats for them over the last 15 days because they've been out on a COVID break. So lots of really cool information actually today in a file that I just told you will not win generally, but apparently provided some really good information on Sunday. Now let's talk about Monday because you're still here and show you what you can get if you subscribe because you're not going to see a lot of videos about NHL coming up. So what do we have? We have bad goalie status, but we have the correct goalie starter, and what we have is a bunch of games. What can we learn? Well, if I just told you that Katrina making me update the days and the colors here was the most determining factor, wasn't it? It was the most determining, obviously, most determining factor yesterday. How about today? Well, I see a disparity between projected score and what's going on here. I got green. Oh yeah, I got to fix something, by the way. Let's pull this down. Let's do this and make sure this is all correct. Now we're good. Because we have a different number of games every day. Okay, so what we've got here is Carolina versus Tampa Bay, your favorite team. It's Tampa Bay. With their good goalie, Vasilevsky. The projected score says no problem. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay, but the streak says, Streak says no, girlfriend. What does it say? It says Carolina's playing better. Right? Mm-hmm. Carolina's greener. Right?
They're about the same.
No, but look at the colors.
Same. Oh, better than the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but so the score doesn't agree with that. The score thinks Tampa Bay is going to win.
Yeah, because they're my favorite team, right?
They are, but this says no.
Yeah.
Now, Carolina might have had a weaker schedule over the last month or so. I don't think so. This is over 60 days. I think something's wrong with Tampa Bay. I've been noticing it. Look at them flirting with 500 all of this time. I don't. So anyway, it says do not take Tampa Bay if you're looking at this. That's what, even though the projected score says take Tampa Bay. So there's a little conflict there. So I stay away from that. I'm scared of a game like that. Columbus and Florida. Look at how awful Columbus is. Terrible. Is there anybody redder on this list? Nope. Except for San Jose in the last 15 days. Nobody. So this is why they're minus 230 in Florida. FLA is minus 230. Florida also not playing good, though. So this is not a good line because even they're not playing good over the last 15 days, right? So this is also a tough game. So I move down again. Detroit and Dallas. Here you got both teams that are picking it up and playing a little better. Thinks Dallas is going to beat Detroit because they got Bernier going, who's terrible, I believe. No, Bernier's not as bad as Grice, though. But it really does not like Detroit here. So that's also a terrible line, though. So it's not a good line. It's still nothing to bet. Chicago and Nashville. Chicago's choppy. Your hometown is choppy. I don't know what to do with them here. Chicago's been playing better, but not great in the last 15 days. I'm sorry, that's Nashville. Chicago has actually been playing better. I take it back. Sorry, Chicago's been playing better. Nashville's been up and down. So this is a really good line for Chicago here. This is an interesting play. Because they're favored by the algorithm. Let's look at what the score is with a decimal point. You can do this in the file. You can see it's actually favoring Chicago to win 3.0 to 2.7, slightly win. It's not just 3-3. So this is a pick for tomorrow. Minnesota and Arizona. Likes Minnesota a lot. Look how much better Minnesota is than Arizona streaking-wise, especially Arizona really falling off the wagon recently. That's a good line for them.
I didn't know you could change it to decimal. That's kind of...
It's helpful?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Isn't it? Yeah, I agree. Why don't I do that always? Because when you compare the two in a previous day, it looks cleaner when you just have the number without the decimal.
Yeah. I mean, this file is already way smaller than like the baseball file, let's say. So yeah. It's kind of, I don't know, I'd keep it.
You keep it in there? Yeah, no,
I keep
it does provide relevant information. So,
yeah.
well, your suggestions will be taken.
Okay.
I'll send them on to management and see if they approve. So yeah, Minnesota's good at minus 145 here. That's another pick. So I like Minnesota. But everything I like dies. Dies a slow death. I like Chicago. I like Minnesota. Ottawa and Calgary. Likes Calgary, but the line is bad. Calgary's been playing better. Ottawa's choppy as hell. I don't like these Canadian games. I don't trust these games at all. Ottawa can win a game like this at plus 184 because they're both bad teams. So I'd say stay away or take Ottawa for fun. Montreal and Edmonton. It likes Edmonton a lot. You see how Edmonton is in the green here? Edmonton's jockeying for playoff spot. Montreal, I don't understand why Montreal gets credit. Look at the line is not that bad for Edmonton. It's a good pick also. Edmonton's a good pick. I like that. A good goaltender. Everything's fine there. They're supposed to win by a goal, 0.3 over a goal. San Jose and the Vegas Golden Knights. This should be worse. This line, I predict to you that when we get up tomorrow, this negative 220 will be negative 260 or worse. People will realize that Vegas is going to just demolish them, and this is actually not a bad enough line yet. That is a line that I predict will change. Because look at how much better they are. Right? Yeah, that's every game. So if you do 4 things tomorrow, you know what they are? They're Vegas, they're Edmonton, they're Minnesota, and they're Chicago. That's what we learned. Mm-hmm. And if you want to subscribe to this, you'll get information that you can handicap every day. I won't do videos every day like this. But I will send this information, and you can try to read this in the same way, and hopefully it'll help you out. As I said, I cannot promise it's going to win. As a matter of fact, I can promise it's probably going to be about 500 when it comes to wins and losses. But I can also promise you're going to get information that you don't get in other places as coherent and as quickly in a snapshot that you can just glance at and reference throughout the day. Because I don't know. Even if you lose, it's still helpful, I guess. All right, we're out for now. Good luck. May all your picks be winning.